Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. So this is going to be a little bit different video for me. Generally I just do coloring videos. I have a much ignored gaming channel that at some point maybe I'll revive. But for the most part this channel has been coloring and coloring related items. However, I would like I do enjoy like planner videos and I casually watch them. Um, Cindy, I can't think of her name at the moment. I'll link her in the description. I think she does a really good job of reviewing planners and she's pretty much the main person I watch, but occasionally I'll look at other people on YouTube as well. Um, Planning is somewhat, it's one of those things where short-term planning can overwhelm me a bit, and the idea of any long-term planning in the past hasn't worked well for me because it just seemed like every time I tried to do any sort of goal planning or long-term planning, life would say, yeah, right, and would step in to kick all that to the curb very quickly. However, I have not given up hope completely. As you guys know, if you've been watching this year, I have been doing some uh, trying to find a way to plan and a way to goal plan that worked well for me and didn't put a whole lot of pressure on me. I had some success with it, though it kind of went off the rails the last few months. Because of that, I've kind of wanted to upgrade and challenge myself a bit more in the next year. So I moved from this planner, which I'll show here in a little bit, to this one. And so for this video, what I plan to do with the planner, um, first off, we're going to take a look at the new planner, and I have not filled this in. I haven't even really looked that close at it yet, and just kind of do a flip through. I wouldn't know if it's a review per se because I don't, look at a whole lot of planners, but just more of a flip through informational take, I don't know the proper word I'm looking for. Maybe it'll come up to me when I'm putting the title together. But we're going to look at this planner. And then in the second part of the video, my plan, my plan, sorry, my plan is to talk about what my old system was and then show you guys how I'm filling in the new one. I am going to really do something different. I am going to be a rebel, I guess, and this is an undated planner. I'm actually going to start this in December for next month instead of next year. Any sort of planning gusto I have right now, I don't want to lose that momentum, and if I wait till January, I might. Plus, December, I get 2 weeks off work, so that's where a lot of downtime is going to come in, where there are a lot of things that I can hopefully accomplish during that downtime. So it just right now makes more sense for me to start in December. So that's pretty much how this video is going to go. And yeah, so let's get started. So this is the Legend Planner. I did purchase this off Amazon US for about 25. I'm getting this out in the hopes that, well, it is planner season, so you may not be able to get a Black Friday deal or a Cyber Monday, but who knows? Who knows? So this is the Legend Planner, and I took the wrapping off of it. That's all I've really done. It says create a legendary life, achieve your goals, increase productivity, create happiness in your life. Well, if a planner can do all that for me, then then this I'm even more excited. So this is an undated 1 year weekly and monthly planner. It says a hardcover. They come in different color options. I chose the Mystic Blue. I think they all have kind of this etched design in the front. It's just you get different color options. I don't know, I just thought this was really pretty. I tend to go towards the blues anyway. So in previous years, well, we'll talk about that when we get to the goal planning part of this. Like what's not worked for me in the past and what has worked for me, I guess. So what comparisons I can draw. It does come with a little band to keep it secure. This is what the back looks like. It says, using Legend Planner. Using Legend Planner will help you stay focused on your goals, develop good habits, get more done, and feel happier. Again, I am dubious that a book will help me where even antidepressants struggle, but okay, sure. Let's stay optimistic here. This is why I don't do planner reviews. 208 pages, one-year planner, goal tracker, habit tracker, affirmations of gratitude, weekly, monthly reviews, dreams, vision, and big picture, and then extra dot grid pages for notes. And then it tells you which one this was. It also comes with a little band to hold a pen. I did get some Amazon Basic felt tip pens to try to use in this. They look very similar to the Papermate flares, by the way. So I cannot remember the price difference, but like this is a flare, this is an Amazon Basic, obviously. They look a little bit different on the outside and a little bit just different enough on the inside, I suppose. So I figured I would try those out in here, and we'll do that. So alright, let's get into this. I'm actually going to take off this little green band. Woo! It came with papers. I thought all that was attached. Anything else coming out? Nope. Alright, so you get a card. It looks like it's trying to help you out. Let's zoom in. This is where we're going to have to use the... I do not use autofocus because it constantly wants to refocus, and it's really annoying. Alright, so this looks like it's kind of a step through for the different sections at the start. So you have like a self-discovery and vision section, dreams and life goals. If we open up the card, 1-year goals, 3-month goals, monthly agenda, monthly review, and weekly agenda. And it kind of describes, oh, you also have a vision board and strategy and rituals. Now, will I use every part of this? Probably not. But, oh, I didn't notice that was there. Isn't that cool? Will I use every part of that? No, probably not, but it's there if I decide to do so. One of the reasons I wanted to go ahead and do this video is I plan to start working in this week. So of course I can get it set up for the start of the month. Sorry, thought I heard something. Okay, inside cover's blank. Then you have the please be kind and contact me if you find this. Here's all the information. Your reward. It says designed in Europe, crafted with care in China, 100% recycled paper. So excellent that it's recycled paper. Okay, so this looks like it probably follows what this little insert has. So we have awareness and self-discovery. What brings me joy and good feelings in life? What am I most passionate about? So if you're familiar with like long-term goal planning, a lot of planners have this kind of self-analysis. So if you're having trouble coming up with goals, I think these are really good sections to fill out. I might work on this a little bit, but I'll be honest, this type of stuff gives me anxiety. This type of stuff overwhelms me. I I was going to try to do power sheets for a couple years, actually bought the planners, huge waste of money, because their sections like this, the self-discovery sections, are gigantic, which makes sense if you're to that level where you can comfortably do that. But I couldn't even get started because they were just overwhelming. I would in my head think I'm going to do it, and then I get it and it was overwhelming and I just couldn't. Now at some point I'd like to use them. They're dated, but I'm sure I can find a way around that. But I'm not to that level yet personally. Am I even to this point? I don't know. Probably not, but like I said, if you would like to do some goal planning and you need a little help, this type of stuff is really helpful for that. My dreams, my most important life goals. So you have my dreams on the side. 50 dreams in all areas of your life. Oh my goodness. My most important life goals. Now this one I might be able to fill out. So I'm just going to pick and choose in this section my vision board. I might use this unless it's somewhere else. Yep, it says vision board, but what I'm probably going to use here is this is going to be my kind of brain dump. That's what I'm looking for. All the ideas I have for goals and things I want to accomplish, I'm going to write down here. So this is kind of going to be my brain dump section instead of my vision board. So then, fortunately from that, I should be able to pull actual specific goals. They have them split into different areas of your life. So health and fitness, career and business, finance, personal development, family and friends, romance and relationships, fun, recreation, and hobbies, and spiritual. Will I fill one out for everything? I don't know. Probably not. That's why I'm showing this to you blank, and then I will come back through and show you what I actually did with it. Strategy, my strategy, skills and habits I need to learn to achieve my goals. Bad habits and bad behaviors I want to break. Positive people to spend more time with, negative people to avoid. Wow, so you have like a people list. That is fun. Hopefully none of the negative people on the negative list end up with this planner. Daily rituals, morning routines, evening routines, I'm grateful for, and my affirmations. And again, those are like on your level, you know, things to fill in. Then you can break them down into 3-month goals. So you take your, I guess, your year-long goals and you can break them down into monthly ones. And then tactics, you have action steps for each of the goal sections. So this is the goal, why I want it, and reward if achieved. And then, like I said, these are your action steps. So these can be, what I'd look at these as are like my monthly goals, which is what I really stuck with this year. So these would be more like my monthly goals to get to those 3-month goals. 3-month goals, 3-month goals, 3-month goals. Okay. So my assumption was this would kick off the first 3 months, but the way it looks, you fill in all 4 quarters at the start, which isn't how I would have done it, but that's okay. So then you have your first month. Again, this is going to be December. Now, there aren't any tabs in this book. I did purchase some self-adhesive tabs from Amazon that will hopefully fit. Because I would like to have the tabs. That's one of the things I don't like about this. So this will be December for me. Most important monthly goals. So these will be where those tactics for me will go in. Things I will do to make this month great. So just basically, I would look at these as like monthly challenges. So they may not necessarily be goals, but they're like maybe challenges in each of these little sections. And those are the 6 sections we talked about. So that's kind of how I'm going to use that, is just different things to do, like monthly challenges. So kind of like monthly goals, but these may not necessarily get me to my 3-month goal, but they may just be fun little challenges for the month. Something different to do. So then, after your month, in your monthly layout, you have a reflection. How do I feel about my progress this month? What are the 3 most important lessons I learned during the last month? Which life areas were lacking this month and why? What 3 things can I improve next month? What are the major action steps I can take to work towards the improvement? And then you have a dot grid page with ideas and notes. So, yeah, this is where the tabs are going to be difficult. So they put the months all at the start. Yeah, see, this is one thing I'm not real thrilled about, is the layout of this. This is going to be interesting because you have all your months here together. Then you go to your weekly spread. So instead of the way it should have been done, so this is a big con for this. The way I think this should have been done is you have your 3-month goals, your tactics, then you start off with your month, so like December month layout, then you would have your December weekly layouts, then you would have your reflections. So the organization of this planner is kind of yucky for me, but so I'll have to jump around in this planner a lot, which is a little bit of a bummer. I might have to figure out my tabs a little bit differently, but that's okay. This is why I'm showing you guys. I'm sure there are flip throughs and reviews of this planner in other places, but I haven't seen them. Again, though, I am very casual when it comes to planning, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Oh, we do also have ribbons, though. We have 3, which will be super helpful, so you can, tag your 3-month, you can tag your month, and then you can tag your week. So, helpful. So this is what the weekly layouts look like. They are horizontal layout. See, I've watched a little bit, so I've watched a few planner videos. Horizontal layout, Saturday and Sunday are shortened. Again, if you don't work a typical Monday to Friday schedule, or you're really busy Saturday and Sunday, this might not be an ideal layout for you. Of course, these are blank. I'm not a big sticker person. I'm generally just somebody that writes everything out. So this is just fine by me, but if you're somebody that likes a lot of stickers and stuff, this might not be enough room. This week's main goal, reward if achieved. Then you have a weekly habit tracker. I would like to start tracking like my sleep, my blood pressure probably needs to start being checked on a daily basis, heart rate, I'll have some habits. This will come in really handy. I do use a Fitbit and I do track it on my phone, but I probably need a visual of it so that if I go to the doctor's office, I have something I can show them. So work to-do list, personal to-do list, and then you have a little dot grid section if you want to do something there. This week's wins and how I'll improve next week. And then you have reviewed this week, goals refreshed, vision refresh, plan the next week. So you have like a little checklist at the bottom, which is kind of nice. So all of the weekly spreads are together. Again, not particularly thrilled about that, but So again, you will have to jump around in this book a lot, in this planner. Oh, there are more things in the back. Cool, cool. All right, so we've seen one, we've seen them all. Again, they are undated. Then you get, how many did they say? It just says extra dot grid pages for notes. So If you like using bullet journals or dot grid pages, these might come in handy. I'm not big on like drawing boxes and making pretty things, but maybe that'll be a challenge one month. This probably will just be like running lists of things for me, to be quite honest. So, now here's my question. Do we have a year in review? So let's go back and look. So we have 3-month goals. Okay. 3-month goals, 3-month goals, 3-month goals, 3-month goals. Then we go to the monthly spreads. Reflect on your month. Reflect on your month. We have monthly reflections. There's a noise outside. It could be about 20 different things though, so. Okay, so you have monthly reviews. It does not look like you have quarterly reviews, and it does not look like you have year-end reviews. So that is a downside. I thought that would be in here, so I'm a little bummed. But that is where these extra dot grid pages will come in handy. I will probably turn these into like quarterly reviews and then a month-end review when we get to the end of the year. So we'll have to customize a bit. That's been one of the problems I've had with planners, is that a lot of times they just don't fit what I need them to fit, and printables overwhelm me. I've tried putting together a planner and it's just, again, overwhelming because there's just so many insert possibilities. So this is close. Just like I said, we're missing those review components, which I feel like are really important. We have a pocket here in the back, which is where this card's going to go as well. And we have, maybe, is that it? So we have a little card. It's a warranty card, a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's nice. Then you get stickers. Looks like you've got, so you can use stickers in here, just maybe not like really big. I've seen some really big Happy Planner type stickers, but these look cool. Here's some little square ones with little motivational things. Make it happen, work hard, play hard. I'm not big on motivational stickers, but maybe this is something to challenge myself. It's a good week to have a good week. Now, I do like that one with the little corgi. That is adorable. But some of these, like too blessed to be stressed, nah. I like the llama. I like the little pets and the little icons. But yeah, I'm just not big on motivational stuff. And then you have blanks here where you can kind of fill in your own stuff. You have little tabs that don't really have a whole lot put to them. I'm curious, I guess you could use these on the dot grid pages. If you wanted some more habit trackers, you could use those on like the dot grid sections in the weeklies. So there's all kinds of places you could use them. And that is the planner itself. So pros for me, I like the goal setting is there. There's plenty of questions and introspective stuff if you need it, but it's not so much that, like, I could see myself doing this, but it's not so much that it's overwhelming. And there are certain pages in here that I feel like I'm going to actually use. I may use them differently than what was intended, but I do feel like they will be useful. So like the goal planning section is not overwhelmingly so. I feel like this is just about my speed, maybe a little more than I want, but more so, with the price of this planner and everything, I feel like this is more useful to me than spending twice this much on like a Power Sheets type planner, because I'm just not going to utilize that big of a planner right now. So I do like the 1 year goal layout. I do like the 3 month goal layouts. And I like the month reflections. I'm pretty cool with the layout of the monthly spread and the weekly spread. I think these are just perfect for me and what I'm looking for. To stretch myself a little bit, but not to the point where I'm just constantly in my planner, because I'm not. I don't look in this daily. I really don't. And I don't need a planner where I feel like I've got to check in daily. So this is just my speed. So, and it's got some nice little things that come along with it. Things I don't like. The spreads are not, things aren't sorted the way I think they should be. There should be a 3 month goal section. Then it should be the next month that's coming up. Then it should be the weeks that fall within that month. Then after 3 months, there should be another 3 month goal section. So how this is laid out, I don't like, because you're kind of flipping and going all over the place. In my opinion, it's not useful for what I need it for. That's how I would prefer it be set up. That's how I see it set up in a lot of planners. So this is odd to me. My other con is that there isn't a 3 month reflection section and there isn't a year reflection section. But we do get a number of notes pages at the end. We also get little dot grid sections in the weekly sections that I can utilize for that if needed. So this does have the ability to be customized, which for me is going to be needed. Am I going to use every bit of this planner? Probably not, but just as I go along, I'm sure I will figure out the best way to use it to my ability. I do feel like this is a step up from what I was using before, but not so much that it's a huge, just nothing but goal planner. I needed a goal planner plus a just regular, like weekly planner put together. And this was without a ton of introspective goal planning stuff. And so this was the closest I could find without up to this point. I also don't like that it's not tabbed, but that makes sense because it's undated, except, and plus, you know, your monthlies and weeklies are all over the place. So it makes sense why it's not tabbed, but I'm going to try to figure out a way to tab it so that I can easily get to what I need to get to. So overall, I think this will be great for what I need this year. Will I use it exactly in the way it's written? No, but I'll show you guys how I do use it as the year goes on. I do feel like this gives me enough to where I don't have to try to put together something custom myself, because again, I get overwhelmed and then I just quit. This gives me a starting point, a good strong starting point. It gives me a little bit of a challenge, but it provides me enough opportunity to customize it as needed. So that is pretty much the look and I guess somewhat review, like comparison, I guess you could say, to other planners that I've seen. So if you were curious about this, there you go. Oh, one thing I did want to show real quick. So I'm just using a regular liquid, a gel pen to chicken scratch some of this in. My handwriting is not pleasant to look at. And then we'll say, and I'm using one of the Amazon Basics here. just as an example. All right, so we've got like a water-based felt tip pen and then just a regular gel pen, and neither one, can't see either one through the page, so that's nice. Let me grab a Tombow and just see what it does with a like a water-based marker, because I know some people use pens for planners, and no ghosting on that. I think I got a micron pen too. Let me grab that, maybe. Oh my goodness. Maybe. Nope, not going to be able to get it. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, it doesn't look like it easily bleeds through. I guess unless you're using like an alcohol marker or something. So it looks like it is like a stitched type binding. So here you go with that part. Alright, so looking at it from how I'm going to plan and how I'm going to use it, this was my planner from this year. I think Lauren Loves Color uses this planner, and I saw it and it was just perfect for this year. It is a Boxclever Press planner. It's a larger planner, as you can see. What I ended up using this for, if you saw my videos this year, you're probably familiar with this. Let me find one. Okay. What I did was, it had a really nice monthly plan section that I would use for monthly goals. So again, it is blurry. Let me fix that. There we go. So again, one of the problems that I have was when I first started goal planning, it was hard for me to plan 3 months or a year in advance, because like I said, inevitably something would happen and I would get thrown off. I feel like every time I make a plan, God laughs at me and says, yeah, right. Or fate or what have you, just laughs at me when I do that. So I thought, but I wanted to try. And so I was setting monthly goals. And in this year, I was planning to do 40 for 40, meaning I turned 40 this year. So I was going to have 40 mini goals, basically 40 monthly goals that I would meet. So I would, set up, how many are here? 5 to 7 goals per month. And then, like I said, the goal was to get to 40 by the end of the year. I abandoned this completely in September. I had it for August, never went back to check it, because really starting in August and September, I just fell off the rails. Life got real hard. There was a lot going on, and so I'm not going to be able to finish my 40 for 40 this year, but I stuck with this a long time. I think I stuck with this for the majority of the year, which is new for me. So I feel like it was successful in that regard, and that I could successfully plan on a monthly basis. So this year I want to stretch out and see if I can move that monthly goal, still do monthly goals, but stretch them into 3-month and year-long goals and see how long I can keep up with that. So that's the reason I kind of upgraded. I wanted something with a little more robust goal planning, but like I said, not so much that I just don't even want to get started because it intimidates me so very much. I also had a point system where I would accomplish certain things during the week or during the month, and I would assign myself points instead of using the bill tracker. That's what I use this for. 25 points, I believe, gave me, was it like $10 or something like that? And so the point of this was to earn money so that I could buy coloring stuff, which went well up until like June or July, and then I went on a buying spree and borrowed, and it was just, it turned into a disaster. But I liked this as well, and I'm going to try to find a way to incorporate it maybe in the weekly plans. So that was what I was doing. And like I said, was I consistent? No. This also had a weekly plan section. That, see, this is the way this one was split up, where you would have plans for September, then you would have oh, I guess this one did have all the, did it have all the monthlies up front? No, it was just weeklies. It doesn't have any monthly spreads. I didn't notice that till just now. That's funny. Then you get your weekly spreads. So, and then you'd have like a page on the other side for note taking. Very useful. If I would have felt like I needed to stay with the same system, I would have hands down bought this planner again this year. Actually, when I was looking, I was really hoping that their 2022 would be out there, and I didn't see it. And that's when I came across this one. But I feel like if you're just starting out and you want to set like small goals for yourself, maybe just like monthly goals to start, I think this is a good one. So if the 2022 ones are out, I would recommend this one if you're just starting out. And then it's got some information in the back. It does have where you can go ahead and plan for 2022. I may actually use this week and then transfer this to the brain dump section in my new one. So does have goals and dreams section for 2022, which is really nice. Like I said, I may use some of this in correlation with my planner, my new planner. I'm going to show you, the next section in this video is going to be showing you how I did that. But obviously I need time to actually fill that in. So, yeah, like I said, I would recommend this one if you're just starting out and you need something where you can do some little bit of planning for the month, and you need something to give you a weekly layout. And this gives you a lot more room than the other one, obviously, because of the size. You do still get a separate page for note-taking or jotting down lists. Oh, it does have monthly. I'm crazy. The monthlies were right in the front before the goals section. So they do have monthly. You can see where I was starting to track my blood pressure and then it went off the rails. This does have a monthly spread as well, but this one was also dated. So that's why I said the reason I was drawn to an undated one is I want to start in December. I have momentum to fill it out now. I have momentum to fill it out this week. So I want to take advantage of that. If I wait till January, I'm probably not going to do well. So we're just going to go ahead and keep the momentum going and kick this into December. So that's where I was. That's where I'm going. Now, this is turning into a long video. But the last bit of this, I'm going to go in and fill this out. I may even use a few pages in this one. And I'm going to show you guys how I use this, and hopefully go ahead and have next week prepped, because, or if I don't have next week prepped, then I might do like a community post this weekend or something prepping for next week, because next week is when the 1st of December starts. So yeah, that's what you'll see next. Okay, so I did some work on this today and got some things filled out. There were sections I just didn't use, but that's okay. But I wanted to show you guys real quick at the end of this video so I can go ahead and wrap this up. What I did and what I've got planned already for next week. Just know that this is a complete work in progress. One of the things I realized when I was writing everything down was that I'm sure this list is going to grow and goals will change as the year goes on. So I'm trying not to, I was trying to think of everything, but I was also like, okay, if I don't think of everything, it's okay. I can add to it later. It's not, nobody's going to come arrest me if I have to add it later. So I used the ribbons that were in here. I don't have my tabs yet. Hoping to get those Friday. So as you can see, I didn't fill out any of this self-discovery vision question and answer stuff. I just important life goals, dreams. I didn't really have the time for it, and to be honest, I just didn't really have the patience for it. Like I said, I'm not really so far along that I'm into this self-discovery phase. So I didn't need this. Now, it may be different for you, but I just skipped over that. Now, instead of the vision board, like I said, I turned this into a brain dump of things I want to accomplish. Most of my goals probably involve outer, not introspective stuff, but physical stuff, if that makes any sense. So, like, I guess you could say introspectively, I want to be more organized as a person, right? So, a lot of this involves organizing, like, digitally. I have, like, tons of photos I need to sort, back up, go through things like recipes, an insurance inventory, records on the cats, my medication records, a lot of this vehicle maintenance, house maintenance schedule, things that that I know in my head, but if, God forbid something were to happen to me, Brent would have access to all this stuff so that, or whoever, if my family or whoever would have access to it if they needed it. We also have some paper documents we've got to get in order. I would also like to get a will put together, and then also look at like death planning, which sounds really morbid, but I follow Caitlin Doherty on YouTube, Ask a Mortician, and I've gotten a lot more comfortable with the subject, so I figure it's a good time to go ahead and figure that out for myself. It's pretty funny. I turned 40 and then I'm all like, oh, will and death planning, and it's like I'm not that far gone just yet. I'm just trying to be proactive, let's say. Um, but I put, like, digitally, paper wise, I want us to get organized. The plans we have for the house next year, in terms of all of the where we had the new heat and air system put in this year. I was trying to figure out what we plan to do next year for our big thing, which will be more towards the end of the year because we need time to build our account back up. Our big goal next year is going to be getting the floors in the front of the house redone, which means tearing up all this chopped up old hardwood, putting in subfloor, which doesn't currently exist, and then putting down a vinyl plank flooring, which will be perfect because the cats can spill water from the water bowls, and it's fine. Like it's pretty much the best option for somebody with multiple pets. My friend Robin, who fosters kittens, and has a lot of cats, and she lives in Alabama, that's what she put in her new house, was vinyl plank flooring, and it looks gorgeous. It looks just like hardwood flooring. Well, no, not just like, but it looks pretty darn close. Um, and then a wish list on that, if we have the ability, is the front room, the one that's currently my studio office, but really is the master bedroom. Get the closet finished in this because the closet's not really finished. It was just kind of half slapped together because it's an old house. I'd love to get the windows replaced in here, the door either replaced or redone, and then like paint, trim, just redoing the room, and then basically we would turn it back into the master bedroom at that point. So that's the reason it's not the master bedroom, as the floor is so chopped up in here. I am nervous about walking on the other side of this room because it's just, yeah, it's not a good situation. So that's the reason why we've had rooms swapped. But like, we've got just some things we need to do. My husband's done a great job of organizing stuff and putting stuff into storage upstairs, but I need to work harder at going through it and getting rid of some of the stuff that I don't need, that I've just been pack ratting for a long time. So I'd like to get basically a quarter of our stuff gone, for the year. Then I've got stuff for the channel, goals for YouTube, Instagram. We are on the cats are on TikTok, by the way. I need to start including that in our link tree. I've only posted a few videos, and it's probably going to be mostly them. But yeah, we finally joined TikTok. But things like getting the channel cleaned up. There's some old videos I'm going to delete, reorganize my playlist just to make it easier to find stuff, come up with, just some different ideas, working on my supply and coloring book master list, and basically just getting organized, figuring out what my tags are for the year. So far, I have 3. I would like to have a 4th, but I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. Health, a lot of tracking. I would like to lose weight during the year, but I think it's going to be more so build up healthy habits to start and then focus on the losing weight part. The career section's just like question mark. I enjoy the people I work with right now, and I do a variety of things. I'm kind of a jack of all trades for my team. But I'm not really sure. I'm not doing what I set out to do career-wise. I had to shift away from that. And so now I'm just not really sure what I want to do. Do I want to keep doing what I'm doing, or do I want to do something different? So basically this year is just going to be figuring it out. And then finance. I would like to, when we refinance the house, that's the big thing that I want to get done in the first quarter of the year. We would like to roll my student loans into it, but if that's not possible, my goal is to pay down about $10,000 worth of them this year, which should be doable. And I'm setting myself a coloring budget each month of $100 that will roll over if I don't use it. Everything else is pretty just ideas, writing down for weekly challenges, monthly goals, things like that. My 1-year goals look kind of scattered and random. This is what I struggle with, is looking at a year and just it's hard to think that far ahead. The 3-month goals were enough of a struggle. So this is one that's probably going to change a lot. I'm going to add more to it. Under health and fitness, I want to be able to actually walk a 3K. Walk the full length. It doesn't have to be fast. It just has, I just need to be able to walk it without being just completely out on the couch for a week. That's kind of what I want to do there. I'd like to bump up my steps, basically double my average steps by this time next year. My average daily steps, and then lose 40 pounds, which should be doable, but again, that is going to be a bigger focus later in the first quarter of the year is going to be more focused on building healthy habits. Then we're going to get to the weight loss. So mention student loan payments, the coloring budget, physically and digitally organized, get our new floors in, get the refinance, the will, and the death planning all done. Just family and friends and relationships, just spending more time together, trying not to be a hermit as much online, and trying to be a little more social than I am right now. I'm never going to be a social butterfly, and I know there are times that I go off grid, but I feel like I did that less this year, so I would like to continue on that. It's vague goals, but that's really all I can do right now. And then with the channel, organizing the channel, growing subscriber list, actually doing something that's non-coloring each month. It can be watercolor piece, it could be diamond painting. I have little scratch paint pictures. I have all kinds of craft stuff I can do, so I want to do one craft so that I'm actually using that stuff a month. I'd like to work on meditation, and then reading some personal growth, self-help type books. So again, this is a very just a rough draft start of my year goals. broke it down to 3-month goals. Again, refinancing the house is the big one, because with inflation, rates may change soon, so we want to get that done ASAP. Organizing, sorting the front bottom of the house. Well, I know this in my head, so it should be fine. Well, anyway, the front half of the house, which is basically the office area and the living room. I figured I'd start small, plus my office is going to take a lot to go through because I have a lot of stuff I need to go through. Plus, the more stuff I cut down in here, the easier it will be to move it when we get to the floors. So we will have less stuff to have to move. So this is a good place to start. And then goal 3 is basically kind of combining the whole physically and digitally organized thing. I have some new documents I need to order, actually filing the paperwork we have instead of it sitting in random piles. It's not as bad as it was at one point, but we still have some that I need to file. Organize recipes. I want to do a house maintenance like checklist that we can put like on the fridge, create that. My husband has one, but I want to add to it, so that should be pretty easy. And then work on cleaning up the channel. And then these kind of broke down, you know, all those things I just said, to the different, you know, actual tasks that I need to do. That's kind of how I use that instead of necessarily action steps. Okay. So then I went ahead and put this in. Like I said, I'm starting in December. I'm not starting in January. I already have this momentum. Let's use it. And if I wait till January, plus I get 2 weeks off, as you can see, at the end of the month. This is a great time to do some of this organizing stuff I want to do. So now is the time to act, so to speak. And so I filled my month out. These I think were supposed to be just 1 goal per box, but I put a bunch of little goals here. All these tie into the goals you just saw, and then all these are ones that I kind of pulled, either need to be done for the month, or I pulled from here, from like the brain dump. Like these would be in my old book, what would be like my monthly goals that I would set usually. So the big thing is trying to do 10 minutes exercise or yoga, even if it's chair yoga, 4 days a week. I need to start charting my blood pressure, my heart rate, because I go see the cardiologist on the 10th. And I want some documentation together before I go see him. Start logging my food, maybe not necessarily my calories, but just writing down what I eat. Doing 1 date night a week. Big Ear does have a senior wellness. I want to start doing the meditation, even if it's 5 minutes, that's fine. Update my coloring book master list and my supply list, which should be easy to do once I go through my stuff and decide what I'm getting rid of. And then this is how I'm going to accomplish those, or I'm just throwing random stuff in. I am going to try to do a live stream, at least 1 during the month. And yeah. So as you can see, it is a pretty busy month, except for the last 2 weeks, which is kind of the way I want it right now. I also have a Not My Cat outside that I have named Finn, who is going to see the vet today for just an initial look, and to check, is he male, is he neutered, is he, you know, does he have a microchip, because I've posted on numerous community sites around me and nobody has claimed him. So the next step is to get him neutered or spayed if he needs to be, up to date on his vaccinations, and I'm going to find a home for him. So that may change, you know, how the next week or 2 falls, because I'll need to schedule him for that. So now we bounce over. I already have my week for next week. So I'm using a combination of the Amazon Basic pens that kind of look like the Papermate flares. And then I think I'm using a couple Papermate flares. Yeah. Well, actually I could just use all the Amazon Basics in this one. So most of this is Amazon Basics. They look just like the flares. It's just their tips are smaller. They're like these little teeny tiny tips. instead of the full tip, and it feels a little scratchier when you write with them, but they're fine. They're fine for writing. I wouldn't want to color with them or anything. So I color coded all my stuff because I don't use a lot of stickers, at least not right now. I just write all my stuff down and I color code it. So coursework takes up the majority of the week. Have my therapist appointment. I have I already put in what my planned videos are going to be for the week. I've been tagged in, I believe, the Christmas scavenger hunt by For King and Color. I will try to do that on Tuesday. Friday will be a flip through Friday of some more of my cat books. I did have a request for that. And then Sunday will be a color and chat. We will probably be finishing the Autumn Charm picture because I really just don't think I'm going to get to it this week. You know, that's not going to work because we're missing one key thing. So we're going to have to put it off the flip through Friday. My bad. This is actually going to be completed pages for November. So there we go. So no flip through Friday next week. You will get one on this Friday, which will be the last of the Christmas and winter collection. But next Friday will be completed pages. So there we go. That fixed that. Main goal next week. Getting together the documentation I need for the refinance, which includes things like pay stubs and probably W-2s and the things they need to really to kick off the process. That's gonna take a while, so but if I can get my part of, if we can get all of it done and everything that we need, and I am going to use part of my budget next month to purchase the Cute and Creepy coloring book. I can't remember the artist's name. It's Cute and Creepy, but I can't remember her name. Anyway, popular book. You guys know which one I'm talking about. Habit tracker, sleep 8 hours, whether or not I take a nap that day, and then tracking 10-minute exercise and yoga. I'm probably going to have something else here. I just don't know yet. And I am not sure if I'm going to put my blood pressure here or in the monthly. I don't really have room in the monthly, do I? Yeah, we're probably just going to have to put it by the week. Or I may create a separate little insert, and then that way it's easy to give to my doc. Then I have my work to-do list, personal to-do list. I'm going to be getting some kind of groceries on Tuesday. I just don't know how much. Might have to do an online order. Then I've got a couple donation drop-offs of stuff we've already went through to donate to CARES, which is our one of our local nonprofits. And then I have a lot of prescription cat food that the cats won't eat, or was for like Magellan, and he's passed away and everything. And so I've contacted one of our local animal rescues to see if they can use it, if any of their cats have dietary needs that require like these special diets. Since I will be in that town that day, that will be a great day to drop all that off. I'm either going to donate books to CARES or see if our local library will take those books. And then, like I said, not sure what's happening with Finn next week. Hopefully he gets neutered and he goes home to a home. So y'all keep your fingers crossed that I can find him a good home, because I really, obviously the worst case scenario there is he gets neutered and then he goes back outside, and I hate that, but we just cannot just this is an old folks home, cat folks home, and we're the only nurses, and the ones we have are already round the clock care, and I just can't justify bringing in another cat right now. Things might change, but for right now that's just not going to be an option. So let's cross our fingers we can find him a good home, if nobody comes to claim him. So not going to get in my rant on that. Y'all know how I feel about that. So that is a lot of talking and a long video. And if most of y'all didn't watch it, not that you're going to see me talking right now, But if you do watch it, that's okay. I know for some people, planning isn't really their thing. I just wanted to show this because this is a different planner than what I usually see online. I didn't want to spend $50 on a planner when I wasn't 100% sure how consistent I was going to be with it. The cool thing about this being undated is that if everything goes completely off the rails, and let's say I don't update for January, then I can just go to the month. When I'm ready to pick it back up, I can just put the next month down. It does not have to be December, January, February, March. If I do slip off and take a month off, then I still am not losing part of my planner because of that. So one of the big bonuses of an undated planner for somebody who tends to sometimes just go in hermit mode and decide sometimes I have to go into rest and recovery mode, and that usually means stepping away from a lot of goal setting. So anyway, for those of you that are like me and have trouble setting goals, maybe some of this is helpful to you. It may not be. You may just be like, why are you sharing this? I don't know. Hopefully it helps somebody. I'm not going to be sharing my weekly spread every week. This is, like I said, this is not going to turn into a planner channel. It's just going to be an occasional mention. So probably monthly, I'll show you guys, like I did before, how things went. If you guys do want to see how my weeks look as I continue to do this, what I can do is just share a picture on the community page. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that. That will at least let you guys get a glance at what I'm doing without having weekly videos. Seems like a very tall ask for me right now when I'm struggling to actually get the coloring videos together. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. I think this planner will work just fine for me right now. We'll just see how the year goes on. I'm happy with it as a step up from my old planner, but I'm not going to beat myself up because there are just certain things, like I said, just the reality of the situation. I am not to a point where I feel like I need to do all this introspective work. I'm just not there personally, and that's okay. And I guess that's one of the reasons I wanted to show this, was that you can use your planners any way you want to. You can start them anytime you want to. It doesn't have to be January 1st. And just showing myself bucking trends, I guess. So if somebody else really wants to do that, just know you're not alone, and this is what's going to work for me, and so this is what we're going to do. Anyway, I will be back Friday with the last part of my Christmas collection. This weekend is going to be a coloring supply and coloring book haul video. I completely forgot I needed to do that. I'm going to be doing that hopefully Sunday. Hopefully I will get the Jade Summer book from Lulu by then. It has been shipped, so fingers crossed. I will be doing the supply and haul video on Sunday, and then you saw the plan for next week. Again, this is all subject to change. I should put like a sticky like right here, or the main weekly spread or something. It just always says this is subject to change, so I don't get worked up when what happens doesn't match what's in here. So anyway, hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate it in the US. And if you are with your family, enjoy your time with your family. If you prefer to be by yourself, enjoy your time to yourself. So however you spend it, I hope it is enjoyable. And like I said, I will be back on Friday. Take care and bye for now.